Should mind my step.
Next, I wonder.
Looking ahead. What path lies before me?
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Serving the Absolute, following her true souls. Our leader, our goddess, our future. Bow to her or die. Serving the Absolute. Brinner. Faithful.
Magic. If I had, would have killed him. They'll pay. Absolute will make them pay. Absolute blesses, gives power, makes true souls. Crusher, strongest of our tribe.
The spell's power.
Feeling illicit? You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this. Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
Danger! No good will come of devouring a gate worm, no matter what you might think. Mark my words, this power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven. Gladly.
Come on then, don't leave me in suspense. How are you feeling? No errant tentacles? No sudden cravings for a more cerebral diet? Replete with ribaldry as always. Well, you could provide no better proof that you are not, in fact, about to turn into a mind flayer. Famously humorless, Illithids. The tyrannical enslavement of all other living creatures hardly lends itself to levity. Should your wit begin to suffer, only then must we worry. Was there another matter you wish to discuss?
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close. As a matter of fact, I do. But why do you? That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now. I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long after insertion, the host, that's you, turns into a mind flayer. As there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected. If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Ridiculous. Isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye,
He's
I could quickly...
definitely not
Oh, dear
reassuring.
sweet gods!
I'm kind of regretting the decision I had to
I mean, yes.
go for the Volo ersatz.
I suppose I can. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Let's get on with it.
Watch your back. All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Don't touch me. Defender of the people.
There's no time to waste.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. Not yet, I'm afraid. But my expectations are... Well met. How far can I go?
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Can't give up now.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally?
Careful, I might. Moving.
I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
So I wanted to take
As thou
Astarion and
desire.
instead of just doing the thief build where all he does is have the thief kind of abilities, I wanted to build him as more of a 5th edition Bladesinger, because the thief with the extra bonus action is kind of like the Bladesinger extra attack they get at level 6, which is just a really cool way to make a melee or fighter wizard. In this case, I'm making him out with dual crossbows and sharpshooter. But you do get the opportunity to put points into ability scores that actually make more sense. So you can kind of even it out among what he should have, and then I am ultimately going to move him down the Necromancer path because they don't have the Bladesinger wizard specialization here. But Necromancer class gets, some really cool abilities, which I think makes sense for him being also this vampire spawn. So 3 levels of, I think 4 levels because I wanted to, I want to get sharpshooter. Because in Baldur's Gate 3, you pretty much get crossbow expert with the extra bonus action shot using the hand crossbows. So sharpshooter is just incredible for your damage output. I think Astarion might be like one of the coolest origin characters just for like the kinds of special abilities and things he gets. And here I'm mainly picking spells that are going to sort of complement his mix between melee and ranged spell style. Also keeping them high mobility, sort of like they would with the actual Bladesinger subclass. So the Long Strider is a ritual spell, and it lasts all day. So it's a great way for you to increase your speed. I think I always forget to use it though. At some point I've got to remember, now that I can give him a familiar, I should remember to make him learn conjure, what's his name, shovel, fork, the quasit that you get from the necromancer's basement.
Keep your distance, darling.
Time to rest. With haste.
I'm ready.
Keep a blade close. No one to stop me here. What now? What to do? One day I'll catch a break.
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again. Lae'zel thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why.
You hear that, Lae'zel? It's called common sense.
Just... You seek reason in dishonor. Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me. The bad blood must be purged. A jewel come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Lae'zel. You'll need it. You had every chance to look the other way, but here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward!
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned. She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
Can I do that, Lae'zel? Can I turn my back on you?
Never. Thieves aren't afforded such luxury.
Loosen the grip on your pride for one blasted moment, won't you? We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
It is over where I am concerned. It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
I don't think there'll be any more trouble between Lae'zel and I, if you were wondering. We can all sleep easier now. Well, apart from all the rest. You have an interesting definition of friendly, but yes. Very serious of you. But go ahead. Even if I could remember, I'm not sure I'd tell you. I don't want your ego to get overinflated.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually.
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
Oh, I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment.
Curious ornate box. Its many sides are engraved with indecipherable glyphs.
Looks like your toy has other ideas. I think you're stuck with it.
My good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
Dude, I would not trust this guy. This is insane. I hope he goes for the right eye.
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
If he goes for... No, I hope he goes for the left eye.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
There's no way.
Don't fidget. The needle must slip behind your eye, not through it.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball
You know,
and
they
socket.
better not have changed
Volo
something
frowns
from
and
early
begins
access,
to
because
push.
if you go through all this and you lose an eye and you don't gain anything... Oh
Pain
my
shoots
God.
through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it.
The needle
You gotta lose
seesaws back
intelligence
and
for doing
forth,
this.
plucking the nerve like a heartstring.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick.
No, you've got to be kidding me. I don't know about this. Oh, my eyes already shut. Okay, I guess a minute.
Volo slowly brings the ice pick
No reload
closer
though.
to your
If this
eye.
is bad.
Now, don't move.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then...
How am I not dead?
Tap, tap,
What?
stab.
Oh my God.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run.
What are my legs doing?
I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
This is, I swear, if Larian has...
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and
He's made a
recoils
joke here,
slightly
and
as
you
it
don't get
sinks
anything.
into
You
the
just
mud.
like lose intelligence. Dude, what did I do? Oh no, I'm still in the beginning of the game.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage.
I hate him. I hate him so much. Also, what is the clipping on my chainmail?
Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Perhaps there is something more I can do.
What is that? Oh no, I lost
Take
my
this.
cool looking eye.
A far superior relic to that old jelly you were trained to. Try it on for
It
size.
does look cool though, but
And,
I hope I can see
it
like
was
all that gold
very
and
nice to have
design
met
once
you.
it's in.
I'm sure you'll sort out your little
Hope it's
brain
not just
problem
like
one way or another.
regular
Far away from
looking
here,
eye.
if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
Oh, he freaking sprints off. Oh, God. See, invisibility is pretty good. Okay, so you don't get a boost to charisma, which would have been nice for this build, but oh, my intelligence didn't decrease either. So I just get a permanent boost, like a permanent see invisibility. That's really good. Although cosmetically it looks way worse. Wow, okay. I wonder how bad it looks cosmetically now, like during a dialogue.
Welcome to the League of the Lone Eye, my friend.
Oh, this asshole.
Not to minimize the pain of Volo's poking and prodding, but I promise, you'll be used to the prosthesis in no time. Besides, I find it gives one an air of mystique.
Eye now.
No one's more
really
intriguing
like the
than a
other
man
one.
with one eye.
I feel like that cool black eye, black and like purple, was a defining feature Although now with the scar, it does kind of make sense with his face there. And he was supposed to be kind of like this one-eyed character. So it works. It just like the black eye looked, or the demon eye looked a lot cooler. Yeah, that's cool. I have a tag now that says one eye. Well, that was...
How can
I was worried.
Speak.
Yes?
Blade at the ready. Still alive. So that's progress.
Well met. Are you sure? The blade and just...
Speak. It is done.
What's next? I must keep going.
Alright, I think... So, I wanted to do Shadowheart and make her Vengeance
I shall be
Paladin.
here
I
in
think
my
that
camp. As
kind of fits nicely with... I mean, it gives her some more melee capability, which she does have a good amount of tanking that she's able to do. But otherwise, she's more disappointing in combat outside of, like, Spiritual Guardians. So... I mean, I think I definitely want to keep her with Trickery domain, but it's interesting some of these other domains. But the Vengeance Paladin 2 levels will give me the Smite abilities, and she'll have plenty of spell slots, so I think that'll work nicely to kind of wrap her into like a melee competent class rather than just like this healing support kind of character. And then the Paladins also get Lay on Hands, which is a great healing ability too. And her attributes, I put her, you know, I got the first time I did this, I gave her 18 wisdom and I boosted her dex, but now I think if I'm gonna go Paladin ultimately, I should boost her strength. I kind of like this. I mean, she's going to be a little bit more of a glass cannon, which I think I'm okay with. Maybe this is a bad idea, but I really wanted her to have some more offensive abilities. I think the tenets also fit better with Oath of Vengeance. I hope I'm not going to regret this, because I don't actually know how her storyline is going to develop once she gains her memories back.
Might as well take a look.
Let's get going. Time to press ahead.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
My faith will guide me.
How delicious.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Well, hello.
Have a lot on my mind. Well, in it. Was someone there?
Oh, shit-pilling toe rag! Never summon shovel, never feed shovel, no call shovel!
You recognize the tiny fiend, a quasit. Wicked creatures, often used as familiars.
Wait, you're not Illy? The blacksmith, the teacher, the grocer, the baker, little piggies to the butcher. So, you're Shovel's master now. Fine. Master Illy calls me Shovel. Don't like it? Change it. Don't care. Basket. I like. Baskets hold babies. My favorite. So, what first, Master? Gutting locals? Raising the dead? Making them walk? Making them scream? Yes, steal bodies, tear them, then Illy puts them back together, again and again. When he wasn't horny for the book. Oh, book this, book that. He loves the book. Good with tongue. Good at cutting them out, too. Tell you secret. Illy weak. Illy never finish book. But Master can do it. Read book, conquer book. Yes. See? Tell you truth, Beefy. Trust me. Always. Always.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Oh, another bandy-legged gobshite. What do you want with basket?
The stench of sulfur fills your nose.
Hey? What is you? Why you smell like that? Stench? No! Smell like piss and blood. Nice things. You smell of magic. Magic of thunder and pain. No magic, please. Is good, servant. Very good. No! Bad magic! Sorry! Wait! Warn you!
I love this closet. I wish I could, I wish Sorcerer had access to Find Familiar, or like the ability to learn this spell in particular. And I didn't want to make a Sorlock, so.
One time, Illy reads it. Eats his fingers like sausages. Bony sausages. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
This is so funny.
See? Tell you truth, Beefy. Trust me. Always. Always.
Still alive. So that's progress. Need to find a way forward.
So, have we buried the hatchet, Lae'zel?
No. Why would I bury a weapon? Is it broken?
It's a metaphor.
I do not know your metaphor, but if you need help digging, I will find a shovel.
That's such a good interaction between them. I'm like super impressed with their writing. I think I was expecting a bloodbath, and I'm glad that they were more or less able to resolve it. I really like both of their characters. I feel like I'm gonna run with these guys for the rest of the game.
The Goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet, and I hear you are the one to thank. I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it. It's not enough, but it's all we have.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
That's it. We can head to the city. Don't know about you, but I'm ready to start my life again.
We did it. Can't stop. Come on. But do I have to haul it around? Give me a kiss.
Until we make the coin for a
Still. Hope you won't miss this place. Don't...
Swift as my feet can carry me.
I'm your Lovelace.
Yes.
Eldrell didn't want us. And those druids sure as hell didn't either. But you risked your life for us.
You saved us! Just like Baldy Ron! I left my sword in the cave. Don't tell, but I don't want to touch it again.
Bah! At your age, I'd already spilled my own cousin's blood. Face your fear, or it will devour you.
For anything. The shadow on your head forever.
I guess things are already better.
I'm glad you killed all the goblins. I hope you made them scared. It smells bad out here. I want to go home.
Give me a kiss.
I knew this would come right if we just stayed positive. Not that your blade didn't help too.
Gods, it seems we might actually make it to the city now. Hope the neighbors are a bit more welcoming.
Remember,
Find the river.
Don't know why everyone's cheering. We're just going back on the road.
Mattis, this is junk. Waste of effort hauling it with us.
no, there's collectors in the city. They'll pay good coin for it, I swear.
Fine, but you're carrying it yourself.
I'm glad you didn't die. No discounts once I'm running the wider Baldur's Gate mind.
We did it.
Mattis says we should say thank you.
I'll kiss you when you... I hate you. You killed all the goblins, and now we can't practice swords anymore.
You do good work. If you can handle more than goblins, might be I'll have use of you in Baldur's Gate.
Away would have made life a lot easier. Not in the clear yet. Keep sharp until we're standing on cobbles in Baldur's Gate.
If there's fighting, sharp, and you do not stop. For anything.
We did it.
I'm glad you came through it alive. We owe you more than we can repay.
I'd have put good coin on you running off into the sunset, but you did it. You stopped the goblins. Thank you.
We did it. We actually did it!
We did. For Canon.
He'd be proud of you. I know he would. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help. That'll change from now on, I promise.
With the goblins dead, we might actually make it to Baldur's Gate.
Sweetheart, grab a blade.
You took care of the goblins. Nice work.
You've solved one problem for us. Guess it's on us to solve the next.
You killed the goblins. Hope you made them suffer.
We actually did it!
We did. For Canon.
He'd be proud of you. I know he would.
Arm yourself.
I'm sorry I wasn't there.
Watching gods. While I was training children, you were out cutting down an entire goblin camp.
I expected goblins at our gate any moment. Glad to say that you made a prettier sight.
I'm going to have to write a song about you now, aren't I? But truly, thank you. It's nice to be done with the sad songs. For a time.
Thought you'd left us to our fate running off like you did. Glad I was wrong.
The younglings are a nuisance. But the road would not be the same without them. Thank you.
If we get separated or need to break camp fast...
Let us go! I wish to feel the road beneath my hooves. Taste the fresh grass.
Right. All of our taking stashed away for the journey?
Yes, Mum? Check twice myself.
But to be sure...
One sorrow ended, the next soon to begin.
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
We didn't die today. Tomorrow, perhaps, but not today. Thanks to you.
I learned a lot.
There we go, boy. Now, back to packing.
Remember, stay near the center of the group, all right? No wandering off.
Back to worrying about road rations it is. So many mouths to feed, but, well, that's not a bad problem to have. Thank you, truly.
We couldn't have held them back on our own. Thank you.
If there's fighting, you run, and you do not stop. For anything.
Glad to see some goblin blood spilled for a change. I was sick of running from those rats.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
It was you, right? Who took care of the goblins? I knew you were a good one.
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast. Thank you. As am I. And I'm sure those poor refugees would quite agree. Of course. May you keep...
You saved us. I wasn't sure we'd make it through. I wish I had better, but this is all I have. May Temora's love. Cautious. Wish I had back the whole thing. What path lies before me? What path lies before me? Move.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
An error, most grave, master. I beg your grace.
Grace is bestowed by nature, not me. You will stay as a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, the natural order of things. It is up to you to prove the lessons have been learned once more.
So as you say. And so it is done, master.
She shows great insolence. But time will humble her. And the Grove still needs her. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks. The Grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. Tomorrow morning, we shall discuss what is to come.
Healing can begin.
Do not...
You think you saved us? Sooner or later, other outside...
Well, at least the sun is nice. You should try it. Lay down and bask in its warmth.
We're free of the goblins, but the Grove is changed. Wounded. The days ahead won't be easy. I'm glad we have Halsin to guide us.
Do you hear that? I've thought of nothing but goblins and...
We wasted so... Sylvanas taught us a lesson by letting an outside... I hear the goblin leaders met their ends.
He's back! You brought him back!
You're curious. You got a great many odors about you. What happened to you?
He listens, rapt. As you near the end of your tale, you see his attention drift as he licks his lips, thinking about something else entirely.
I wasn't sure about you at first. Thought you might be trouble.
Sylvanas...
You done it. You brought Halsin back. Thank you.
No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days.
I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task. Of course, it is well earned. Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the...
Peace is returning to the...
I've no fan of those devils either, but they're leaving.
Blessed day. You kept your word. Thank you.
If you're looking for coin, you're out of luck. But here, to mend any hurts. Tidy this place.
Wing's still a little stiff, but I'm getting stronger.
It's broken, but not too badly. The glaive the druid's notebook mentioned. Its owner thought it was cursed.
Don't say that. He went to make sure those strong.
Yes, I take great interest in this relic of Shadowheart. Or should I say, weapon? What are you hiding?
Nothing. I assume you're king.
is boring.
Next time!
Taking my time in the shadows.
Stop fidgeting!
No, Toosh! Toosh, Toosh, Toosh!
These boots have seen everything.
Where's the rest of the lads at? Before he gets thrown down
Secrecy above all.
If this isn't important.
These folk could guard the place themselves. Let us off the hook.
On the way.
Time to strike. Make way.
Blood comes easy these days.
Victory awaits. Taking position.
Front lines is boring.
Let's finish this. Moving.
Another step forward.
That's curious.